Well, I thought we were insane when we asked a bunch of people to travel to Maryland to see our weird show.
We definitely are, but I think it turned out really, really well.
So it was sort of an odd idea to have everybody come to Maryland to visit Maryland for a Day of Mischief event put on by Mischief Toys. And it's something that we had devised after a very successful Maryland Day event that took place in 2024.
Maryland Day 2024 was very interesting because the Maryland Day festival that we were supposed to go to actually got rained out. We had to improvise.
We did, but this time there was no improvisation. We had to put on a full show.
Chris and I were both born and raised right here in Maryland, and we absolutely love our state. We're close to Baltimore, which is a very fun city full of a ton of history.
And not as dangerous anymore.
It went from being the most dangerous large city in America to not even on the most dangerous cities list at all.
Our state is beautiful, and we're so lucky that we were able to grow up here. Well, other than all the murders that take place in Baltimore, but we're down a couple, so that's good.
Yeah, that's great. Here are 3 interesting facts about Maryland. The Star-Spangled Banner was written in Baltimore by Francis Scott Key. Maryland has a very unique state sport, which is jousting. Maryland is home to the first post office system in the United States. It was inaugurated in Baltimore in 1774.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh my God, you did it.
Yes.
I can't believe it. So one big requirement for an event like this is help. What's funny is that when we talked about Day of Mischief with our friends, they jumped at the opportunity to help us.
I do not know how we got so lucky with the amazing people that surround us, but we really did.
They came over to our house the night before the Day of Mischief event and helped us get everything ready. From blind bagging our prints, to packing up stickers, stickering our boxes with the limited number sticker, helping us pack our van so everything was prepared for the Day of Mischief. They literally jumped at the opportunity to do all of these things, and we cannot be more appreciative to all of our great friends who chipped in on this event. If it was just Heather and I, there is no way in hell we could have gotten all this together on our own. We spent the entire day the night before getting prepared for this thing. They stuck around until the bitter end. I remember that was a very late night for the both of us.
Yeah, I don't think that we got to bed until about midnight or 1 a.m.
So thank you to all of our friends for helping us, but that isn't where the helping stopped, did it, Heather?
No. People kept asking me, how can I help? And I'm the type of person who is like, don't worry about it, we'll be okay, because I don't like to burden people with things. Thank God people insisted, because we had probably like 20 people in the room that were helping, and I still felt like we didn't have enough. From setting up the tablecloths to Brian Barrick ironing the tablecloths to getting the shop set up, figuring out the centerpieces. There were so many moving parts to this event, and it was so overwhelming, but having all of that help made things so much easier.
For many weeks before the event, we all got together either virtually or in person to discuss how we were going to pull this show off. And I am absolutely floored. We were able to get it done and we were able to plan it out just right. Because I am not someone who has been educated in setting up an event like this. I literally wrote something, I made scripts, and I crossed my fingers and toes and hoped for the best.
Yeah, and my role in it was to basically find a place, find some good food, hire a bartender.
We ended up doing a rehearsal at this event in order to make sure that everything would go just perfectly. And let me just tell you, Peter's a master at his craft, and it feels like anytime he is ready to read something, he reads it perfectly the first go.
And let's talk about our friends and family who have never done anything like this with us before. We had people who have been to conventions with us and have worked conventions with us, and people who haven't worked conventions with us doing a completely different role, which was the acolytes.
When I originally thought about Day of Mischief and what it would be last year, I came up with this idea of having cloaked figures enter the room and do all of the giveaways during the event. But I didn't come up with anything else. I had no idea what else we would do. I just had that sort of as the focal point or the centerpiece. So we had to grow this show around that. And I feel like that we did a pretty good job, all things considered, considering that it started with guys and girls dressed up in cloaks with a masked face.
Yeah, so from what I understand, they were unable to see most of everything.
That was actually part of my idea.
Good.
The theme of the Day of Mischief was Coven Meeting, because we have something called the Coven of Mischief. It is our little mini cult within Mischief Toys. And if you're a part of this coven, that means that you get to obtain special figures, and you have the opportunity at some very special things on MischiefToys.com. But we wanted to bring this to life and in person, and we wanted to show our fan base what the Coven of Mischief really is. we ready to make mischief? Please rise and welcome the narrator. He has traveled a great distance to be here with us today.
Good evening, my coven. How lovely to see you all. Well, most of you anyway.
And I feel like we did a very good job at painting the picture of what the Coven of Mischief is by having the narrator lead everything and by having the narrator's acolytes do all the giveaways and be shrouded in complete secrecy with the best money that could be spent at Party City.
While it was going out of business. Thank you, 70% off.
The event was broken up into different pieces. There was a part where Peter was telling stories about former Coven members. There were also cartoons that explained our brand new character. There were giveaways, and then of course we had our initiation. In the midst of all of that, we also did a couple of pieces of promotional material that we thought the fans would really enjoy, to include a preview of the brand new license that we're able to obtain, which is Jay and Silent Bob.
I make mischief, you make mischief.
We make mischief!
Bravo!
And we also welcomed our new artist, Tracy, to the team. She's been working with us since the beginning of the year, and she is incredible. We are so excited to show you what else she can do, but so far you guys have seen the Guar poster and t-shirt and hats that she has designed. And if you think those are awesome, just wait until you see what else she does.
I'd like you all to meet Tracy.
Hey, Tracy!
Is amazing. I'm going to welcome you to Mischief Toys with this golden narrator kit.
But this is an actual sweater, Ghastly, from the video. And I have one as well. Awesome! Hell, Mr. Toys! Hell, Mr. Toys!
The live initiation was probably my favorite part of this entire show. It was important to me to show what that would be like in real life, because we have done this so many times online where people are getting their special Coven coin, but we've never actually seen what an initiation really looks like.
It is time, my coven, for the initiation. Chris and Heather, I will conduct your initiation first. I make mischief, you make mischief.
We make mischief!
Indeed we do. Coven members, please show your coin now. Hold it and raise it above your head. We must see it for the initiation. Those who have not been initiated will leave this hall initiated today. I make mischief. You make mischief.
We make mischief!
Yes. Prepare our tables for our initiation. Make sure everyone has got one, and do not drink them yet. Drink the waters of the netherworld to truly become a member of the Coven of Mischief. These waters are said to taste exactly like earth water with a hint of sourness, similar to lemon. Take your drink now, and now with the promise that you will always follow me. The water that you just drank was the same water that my naked, lifeless corpse lay in when I was cast into the netherworld. If you are newly initiated, Chris and Heather will bring you your brand new coven coin. It is my humble honor to introduce to you now my master. Please, acolytes.
My narrator, you have done well. Thanks to you, our government continues to grow.
I love this shot. It's like that. Oh, it is kind of congrats. Good job.
Most of this event was Peter telling the story of the Coven of Mischief and how it came to be, to include explaining how he became the narrator. On top of that, we got to see his brand new master.
This initiation was quite interesting because I was told to drink something and I didn't know what it was.
Well, it turns out it was lemonade.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there was wondering what you were drinking, it was lemonade. And the really cool thing about this initiation, the narrator's wife actually built little boxes that sat on top of the tables.
Yes.
And on top of those little boxes was a flower. But if you remove the flower and you lifted that box up, you would have seen all the little cups full of the nether water.
Which we later learned was the narrator's naked body water.
Half-full zombie, my other one's completely full, but Day of Mischief brought us some surprises.
Alright, we'll start out by introducing who you are if no one knows.
Hi, I'm Heather Hoy.
Damien Lauderhand.
Nick Morgan, a longtime fan of Mischief Toys and everything Chris and Heather do.
It was an amazing time here tonight. I couldn't be happier with the turnout of the event and coming here. Heather and Chris did an amazing job as always, and we absolutely love and adore them.
I love seeing the story grow. I love helping you out whenever I can, but there's something about these figures that really do bring me joy. You know, like in this world today, that says a lot.
They just keep killing it, you know what I mean, with everything that they put out, and this was an amazing event. Just to be here and to see everybody that we've become friends with.
My wife jokes all the time that I collect collections, but since I found Mischief Toys, that and records are the only two things I really collect anymore.
So they did some great figures tonight, and the pins, everything was amazing.
Everything.
Like stickers too. So.
Stickers, everything. Everything was just amazing. Food was delicious. You know what I mean? Crowd was great.
All my collecting effort goes into them, and with good reason, because it's an awesome company, it's an awesome community. I love all the friends I've made, you know, through this community, through collecting Ghastly and DeMonstro and Mortem. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm really excited to see what's next.
It's definitely worth coming for.
Awesome.
I cannot wait for next year.
The event was incredible. We asked a bunch of people to come here that were not going to a convention, but instead just going to Maryland for this event. And it truly makes Heather and I proud of Mischief Toys because all of these people showed up to our home state, in fact to our home city, for a Mischief Toys event, and that is amazing. So thank you to everybody who showed up. Thank you to everybody who helped, and thank you to everybody who continues to love Mischief Toys.
We are so grateful to everybody who had faith that this was going to be a really cool event. We have only gotten positive feedback about it. I just think that's so amazing. I mean, this is something that me and Chris have never really done before, and we did it.
While watching the footage that was captured by our friend Zachary Stone, I was shocked that we actually did this thing. It feels like a complete blur to me. It was almost like our wedding day, like it just happened so fast, but I am so proud of everything.
Samesies.
You're gonna end the video with fucking samesies?
I can say with full confidence that every event that we do gets better and better each time, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for Mischief Toys.
Be on the lookout for Night of Mischief during this New York Comic Con. I can only promise you one thing, is that it's going to be huge. Thanks for enjoying this documentary, and continue to make mischief.